Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. And also, if I could please ask you to go check out the link. I'm running an Indiegogo page. We're under the 20-day mark, and if you could donate or just share the link, that would mean a lot to me, getting back in the swing of things. It wasn't live. And also, if you have one of these, it's one of those like head massager things, really good for post-general hospital, especially every day that they don't do the Jason reveal. So let's get right down into it. So Nina and Rick, still super confused. Like, I know the circumstances, but it doesn't make me any less confused. I don't know about you, but I'm just like, what is going on? And Rick leaves to see Sean, and Franco calls Nina a sick puppy after she refuses to annul her marriage to Rick, and then Nina kicks him out with his painting, and Franco says that she's a fraud and the painting's a fraud, and it's just, the whole thing is just a mess, I tell you. And Julian gets all up in Epiphany's business, trying to ask where his son is, and meanwhile Ned and Olivia are like standing right there, so like he literally could have just looked to the left and got into the people's business that it was, you know, they knew what he was talking about. And once again, everything is about Julian, because Olivia is obviously distraught and Ned is upset, and yet you're yelling at her asking where your son is. Like, it's not until after, like, the little plot twist that he actually says our son. This whole time he's like, where's my son, where's my son, where's my son? And I had forgotten that now it only takes one person to make a child these days. Silly me. So Julian insists on seeing his son, and Olivia okay, so wait, I forgot to write down a big part of this. Haha. Sorry, the blue made it look like I had something in my teeth when I didn't. Okay, so Olivia and Ned tell Julian that the baby has passed away. What? And she's upset, and Julian, at first, he doesn't believe her, and he insists on seeing his son, and Olivia agrees. And then Obrecht comes around the corner and tells them that the baby has been cremated, and it was this, like, lapse, and it was an oversight, and now Julian wants to see the cremations, and, like, meanwhile, Olivia's still distraught, and no thought towards her, and, like, he has no decency. So Obrecht says, yeah, of course, go down and see the, you know, cremations if you really want to, but I recommend waiting until, you know, you calm down a little bit. So then when Julian walks away, Obrecht, we get the whole insight that he won't see anything he isn't supposed to see. Everything's all set up downstairs in the morgue, and that Ned had donated a large amount to the hospital, which is why this whole thing is going on, and Obrecht is in on it and everything. And the baby has been moved, and he's healthy, and he's fine, and he's safe from Julian. At the police station, Sean calls Rick because he's going to need some serious legal counsel. And Sean is really mad at Jordan, and she kind of questions him, has a conversation in the interrogation room kind of deal. And Jordan deflects the conversation back to the fact that Sean shot an innocent woman. And I think TJ would rather have his mom be a cop than be a drug dealer, but that's just me. And Jordan tells Sean that Bruce tried to kill her, and I'm not sure if Sean fully believes her, but we'll see. And speaking of TJ, Jordan has a meeting with TJ at her house, and she tells TJ she's an undercover police officer, and that she has been this whole time, and she explains that this whole thing was a false background. She never did time. She was never an ex-con. And TJ's upset that Sean's been arrested, and he's like the only one arrested when her job was to take down like the Jerome organization. And, you know, she can't win. He hated her when she was a drug dealer. Now he hates her that she's a cop. But I think overall he's going to be happier that his mother was a cop than a drug dealer. Just me. At Sunny's house, Carly was just about to tell Sunny that Jake was working for Sloan when Sunny gets a call from Rick, and he gets the news that Jake isn't dead and that Sean accidentally shot an innocent bystander, aka Hayden Barnes. So Sunny thinks the cops won't have enough proof that Sean shot Hayden, and I was like, haha, cop right there. Like, literally held his arm while he did it. And Rick comes in to Sonny's house and tells him that Jordan was an informant, and oh my goodness, the look on Carly's face, right? So Liz, Hayden, and Jake, this is where it gets a little interesting. So Sam thinks Rick knew the truth about who Jake is, so they ask Elizabeth about it, and she's like, just, that's the best way I can put it. So Liz is trying to deflect and say that Hayden is a liar and couldn't have known who Jake really is. So Hayden is also critical but stable, and Patrick wants Jake to stay away from Sam. And Patrick's being really overprotective again. And I have such a love-hate relationship with him. Like, I kind of understood it with Robin a little bit. But, like, not with Sam. Because, like, she's literally been in dangerous situations her whole life. This is what she does. So, I think Patrick's a little out of sorts telling her who she can and can't hang around. And, of course, it wasn't right for him to tell Robin that she couldn't be around Sonny or Jason, but, like, she wasn't immersed in the mob life or immersed in, like, the dangerous PI kind of deal, you know what I mean? So it's more understandable, though still not right there, but, like, I don't know where he gets off telling Sam all this. And Hayden has something to tell him, and I'm like, yes, like, Hayden's awake and she's gonna tell him something. So Liz is trying to talk Jake out of seeing Hayden, and I wrote Hayden out of seeing Hayden. That would have been an interesting party trick. And very suspicious behavior, if I do say so myself. And Sam tries to talk to Elizabeth and say that Jake had a life before this and probably had people that love him. And it's important for him to know, like, who his people were back in his old life. Which makes me think that if Sam and Elizabeth's roles were reversed and Sam was in a relationship with Jake, she would encourage Jake to find out who he was. You know what I mean? So apparently Hayden had a seizure trying to tell Jake who he is, so she didn't get a chance to say it. Hayden, I can't blame her though, she just got shot in the head, and it's just so painful, and she's going into surgery right now, and like, we're so close, like, they can't push the reveal off much longer. Like, it's just frustrating at this point. Like, I know they had the fluke thing going for like a year, but it's really just, come on, you know, just come on, throw us a bone here. I really thought they were going to do the reveal during the live event, but maybe just a little after the live event? Maybe. So at Windermere, Valerie walks in on Nicholas talking to some random shady guy about Hayden. And, like, I don't know if Valerie didn't learn the rules, but, like, you don't tell shady people that you overheard what they were saying more than they think you overheard. Like, you don't do that, Valerie. And Elizabeth is somehow back at Windermere already and, like, is telling him that Hayden is, you know, kind of regained consciousness and is going into surgery and, like, she might be okay. So, that's not good. That's really not good. Thank you so much for watching. I was looking what the past years were, like the YouTube, the General Hospital reaction, but the mystery flowers. I vaguely remember what that's about. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please check out the links in the description. Also, I got a Periscope, so I don't know if I'll be using it very often, but if you want to follow me on Periscope, you can find it through my Twitter, or it's like the same as my Twitter name. So, but I'll be adding that in the description soon. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. Bye!